Hey, welcome to this lesson. We're going to be learning how to construct congruent line segments. All you need is one of these guys called the compass and one of these guys called a protractor. Okay? So let's read this question right here. It says construct a line segment congruent to AB, which we see right here. And for us to construct a congruent line segment, remember it has to be the same exact length as AB. How are we going to do it? I'll show you how the Greeks did it. First thing you're going to do, we're going to just draw a line, okay? And this line needs to be just a little bit bigger than AB, okay? So just draw any line like so, okay? You notice how this line's bigger than AB? Now put a point at that end and call it whatever you want. I'm Mr. Siegel, so I'm going to call it point S. Now what you're going to do next is take your compass, and remember, we want this line to be the same length as AB. We're going to measure how far A and B are away from each other using our compass. See how I put them on each endpoint? Okay? So now that I see how far they are from each other, all I'm going to do is move my compass right here. And if I draw this little mark, okay, just draw that mark, move your compass, and it's always easier to move the paper, by the way, okay? You'll see that where this point is, where these two lines intersect, we call this an arc in the line. I'm going to call this I, Siegel. You'll see that AB is congruent to SI. See, they're the exact same length. So all I'm going to do now is just write a little conclusion right here. I know that AB is congruent to SI. Let's try one more example of this, okay? Then you're on your own. You got to do the last two by yourself. Once again, we want to construct a line segment congruent to XY. So what we're going to do is take out our protractor, okay? And just draw it. You don't have to draw it exactly the same way like this. You can still draw that straight line. Okay? So you're going to just draw it. Actually, I'm going to draw it the same way. Why not? Okay? A little bit longer. Put a point at the end. So I'm going to put a B there. Okay? Because my first name's Ben. That's right. Teachers have first names. Take my compass. Move it over here. Okay? Measure the distance. Okay? See, X to Y is about this long. I take my protractor, I'm moving it over, see? And I just draw that little point right there. That tells me that they're the same length. Remember, it's easier to move the paper. So I just go, see? These two segments are the same. So I put a point here, BE, and I know BE, if I measure this, is the same as XY. And let's just write that down. XY is congruent to BE. Okay? Now let's see if you could do the last two on your own.